guys, so welcome to my new video about the CLT and CLIL approach. And these are very important approaches in language teaching. So I will explain what is a CLT and CLIL. And I will give you 2 mini activities based on the real communication and integrate content. So let's begin. So the first Okay. So the first, what is a CLT? CLT stands for Communicative Language Teaching. So it is focused on the real communications, focuses on the authentic interaction. It's when the students and its student use the language for express real ideas, solve problem, and participate in conversations. So the goal is not just the grammar accuracy, it's just fluency. It prioritize the natural expression. So these are interactive tasks. So you can use pair work, role played, and real life scenarios. So the goal is that the real world English. So the CLT prepares students to use English in practical situations in everyday life situation. Okay, so that's it for CLT. And now we are gonna explain what is CLIL. CLA stands for Content and Language Integrate Learning. It means it in this approach teach both subject and subject content and the foreign language at the same time. So it's based on the 4 C's: content, communication, culture, and cognition. So in content, learning the subject, learning 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 the subject. In content, learning the subject. So subject part of learning. In communication, we use for interactions. In culture, understanding cultural contents. And cognition, it's developing thinking skills. So in CLIL, learners don't just memorize the vocabulary. They use to understand the real topic and concepts. So that is the first activity for CLT that you can use in your class. So it is called Survivor Island. So it is for level V1, and the objective that this activity is practice the second conditional and survivor vocabulary. So there are some instructions that you tell as your students. So the first one, it's a group and work, group work. So you say that they have to imagine that they are in a desert island. So they have to choose 5 items from the list of 10, and then they have to they have to justify their choice, but in English. So and finally they have to present, but they have to use a useful language. For example, if any students can justify the answer, they has to use, we will choose the because. So that is the useful language. And another is, it will help us to. So that is important to explain that. So in the CLIL mini activity, it's about the parts of plants. So this is for the level A2, and the subject is science. So the goal is to learn and describe plants and parts in English. So these are the instructions. Show a plant diagram, and then they have to listen the short explanation. Then they have to match the image with the name and functions. And then they have to create a paper plan and write. For example, the leaf helps the plant to get sunlight. That is an example. So these are two activities very easy to do it and very helpful. So this is the comparison summary. So in the focus in the CLT, it's the communication. It's the focus in communication. In CLIL, is in subject and language. So in example, subverbal discussion, it's for the CLT because they use a language meaningful. So the method that we use is the group and work or in pairs and role plays and role play, so it's okay. In CLIL, we use the subject. It is important to teach the subject and the language. For example, the science lesson in English, and as I said before, learn both content and language. So the method we use are visual, tasks, and projects. So student center, the both CLT and CLIL prioritize the learner engagement. And the real engagement, they make learning authentic and captivating. So the vast motivation is they use them to enhance classroom participation. So that's all for today, and thank you for watching my video, and see you in the next video.